Welcome everybody to a tier list video. We are going to have 3 different tiers: a cheap tier, affordable tier, and an expensive tier. Every single tier is going to have a bronze medal, a silver medal, and a gold medal. It is very self-explanatory, so sit back and enjoy the video. As well, make sure to check me out on Twitch. We stream 5 days a week at 11 AM UK time. The links will be in the description. What is going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to another Premier League tier list video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best, most affordable, and the most elite Premier League CDMs in the game, as well as always how it works this year. Lots of players do have a secondary position, so we may see some cards in the video that may display centre mid. We've even got a centre back in the video, so see if you can try and guess who it is, but they do have a secondary position of a CDM, therefore they are able to qualify for the CDM tier list. Let's get into the video and enjoy. As always, starting off in the cheap tier, we're going to go ahead and give the bronze medal to Tyler Adams. I think this Adams card looks very good. 83 agility, 85 balance, standing tall at 5 feet 9. Honestly, this card looks very solid, and he looks like a very budget version of N'Golo Kante. He's obviously a little bit taller than Kante, which, let's be real, is not too hard, but he's got even better pace than Kante, similar passing, obviously defensive, physical. We all know Kante's just that guy, but in my opinion, he is a very budget version of him, and I feel like he'll be a similar play style to him, if you will. And I do think this card would be an absolutely great pickup. He is currently on the market for 950 coins, which is an absolute steal for a week 1 or week 2 Premier League team, and to be absolutely brilliant when it comes to FUT Champs. I think first week of FUT Champs, he could most definitely get the job done. Now that does lead us on over to silver, and we are going to give it to Allan from Everton. He definitely doesn't look as good this year, and I definitely think you need something to get that pace up as high as you can. I'm probably leaning towards a shadow for this card, maybe even a catalyst if you want to get that passing boost. It kind of depends what you want to prioritize more out of defending and passing, but nonetheless, this is going to be a very good starting card. So that leaves us with the gold medal, and if you do remember in the intro, I said there's someone here that is a centre back who is a secondary position of a CDM. That is no other than Lisandro Martinez. This card is currently coming in at 2,500 coins, and I promise you he is going to be amazing at central defensive midfield. He's got, I believe, medium-high work rate. His passing and pace is respectable, but I'm really paying attention to the 82 defending, 83 physical. He's got some very good balance as well, and dribbling for a centre-back, which we all know is going to be played CDM for the sake of this video. I think chemistry style-wise is probably going to be a catalyst. Give him that plus 10 pace, give him that massive passing boost, assuming you can get him on full chemistry, that is. This is a very nice card, and it gives you that versatility. Maybe if you change formations, depending on if you're defensive or attacking, you can maybe do a shift at centre-back, and then if you're going more attacking, then you could maybe even move him up to CDM in-game. Something along those lines, and I think this card looks absolutely spectacular. He looks okay as a centre-back, but I think he looks spectacular as a CDM. Just want to give that passing and pace up with probably a catalyst chemistry style, you're good to go. Now that does lead us to the affordable tier, so bumping up the tier a little bit, taking home third, it is going to be no other than Fred. A little bit of a, I say hidden gem, he's not a hidden gem, a little bit of a FIFA legend, I should say. Now this card was actually featured in the Premier League centre mids video as well. I do think he's probably better suited to a CDM, but he is a centre mid. Obviously he is displayed as a centre mid with a secondary position of central defensive midfield. I think this Fred card looks very good. Once again, I feel like he kind of he has a resemblance to Kante a little bit, and once again, might be a little bit of a stretch, and I'm not saying by any means he will be better than N'Golo, because N'Golo is just that guy, but I know what you guys get what I mean, right? He's like a budget, cheaper version, maybe a week 1, week 2 variant. Maybe you can't quite afford N'Golo Kante. He's got some solid pace, solid passing. His defensive and physical isn't insane, so maybe you could opt for an anchor, but if you really do thrive off players having lots of pace, then maybe go for a catalyst or a shadow. Just comes down to opinion. Now heading into the silver medal for the affordable tier, and this is a team of the week 1 card, which does qualify for the tier list. Team of the week 1 cards and just normal gold rare cards do qualify for this Premier League tier list series I'm doing. If you guys do want to see a second or a third variant of this Premier League tier list. We might do it again in April next year, which is basically 6 months on from, you know, the game starting. So you can have, this is version 1 of a Premier League tier list. We can have a version 2 for the middle game, and then we can have an end game Premier League tier list for version 3. So we could split this whole series up into 3 different parts if you guys want. But no, Team of the Week ones do qualify for the beginning series for version 1 of a Premier League tier list, and that is going to be no other than Inform Palhinha. Now, honestly, you're looking at his pace and you're going, 68 pace. 68 pace, Davis, what are you doing? Are you in Division 10? I mean, to answer your question, I think everyone's in Division 10 when you start the game, so technically yes. But no, Palhinha looks very, very good, lads, if you get a shadow on him, and he needs a shadow, or maybe even a catalyst, because his passing of 74 isn't anything crazy. So if you can get a catalyst on this card, 78 pace, he's going to be up to like 82, 83 passing. He's already got 85 defending, and his physical stats are absolutely ridiculous. He's got 93 aggression, 92 strength, I believe, and 90 stamina, which is absolutely phenomenal. He'll be a little bit slower than your usual CDM and all of the other players mentioned in this tier list. He's obviously going to be coming in at like 12,000 coins depending on when you're watching this, but he'll most likely remain around discard value for an inform. But I do think with a catalyst, this could be a very usable defensive midfielder. Now heading on over to gold, and we put him in gold for the centre mids tier as well, and that is going to be Zakaria. This card, in my opinion, is going to be hard to beat when it comes to the affordable tier. I think he is bang on great for your value, and I say it all the time, the affordable tier in these tier list videos, in my opinion, is the best bang for your buck, like player quality wise, for what you're getting for spending your coins. And this Zakaria card, lads, I'm not going to lie, he looks absolutely brilliant. No doubt in my mind he's taking home gold. Now heading on over to the expensive tier, this one is working a little bit different today, because there is only one player that qualifies for this. Everyone else, in my opinion, was not up to standard, or they are not over 50,000 coins. There is only one man in this tier, or one Premier League CDM, disregarding the hero Yaya Toure, who does not qualify for his tier list, is N'Golo Kante. So by default, he is going to win a gold medal in the expensive tier. Coming in at 70,000 coins currently on the web app, I can see him going up to maybe 80,000 to 100,000 coins when the full game is out, and maybe by the time you're watching this, he has dropped back down a little bit. But the only other Premier League CDMs in contention to N'Golo Kante that were able to qualify was Casemiro or Fabinho. Fabinho's got 66 pace, Casemiro's got 63 pace. In my opinion, they're just a little bit behind the power curve when it comes to pace. I think the only exception when it comes to pace for the tier list we've used today is that Palhinha card, just because his physical stats are absolutely ridiculous, and I do think he is, once again, I know some people might not like that Palhinha card, but I put him in because I think he'd actually be really good and could be a little bit of a defensive-minded gem. But I do think going down to a gold rare Fabinho or gold rare Casemiro is pushing it a little bit. Therefore, they're not going to make the expensive tier. In my opinion, they're not quite good enough, and in fact, they are only, I think, 20,000, 30,000 coins anyway. So N'Golo Kante is going to be, by default, taking home the gold medal in the expensive tier. Lads, that will do me for a video today. Next up on our list is going to be Premier League fullbacks. Then we're going to head on over to centre backs and ending it with goalkeepers. Lads, support has been amazing as of recently. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It's been your boy Davis. Check out all of my links in the description as well. And until next time, peace out, boys.